Nick. Grove did a great job, on the scout team, and then we had guys that played. It's a big group of guys and a good group of guys. So yeah, they'll be really missed, and last home game's always tough.
Johnny Lloyd was one of your first guys, and he's probably meant as much to you as anybody since you've been here.
Well, he did a great job for us, and he's been with us long. We inherited some guys that Jovan that first year was special, and Garrett Sim did a great job for us. EJ, so we were really fortunate there, to get some really, really good guys, and Johnny was the first one that came with us, was with us a long time. So, like I said, we inherited some good guys. JJ was here, but Johnny came with us, so that was pretty good.
You talked a couple weeks ago about kind of challenging them to go out on a high note. Did they respond to that in retrospect about as well as they could have?
Well, the seniors have always been, sticking together and doing a pretty good job, and we've won some games, so that makes it look better. But when guys are competing, and I was never really displeased with them. I was disappointed for we weren't getting it done together. Coaches, players, we weren't getting it done, so that's a disappointment. But you lose a 2-point game and you're disappointed, but you're not displeased with your guys because they fought their tails off. We went to Arizona State, and we lost a close one here to UCLA and Stanford. Those, we battled in all those games. We just didn't do the right things, and that was disappointing.
Senior day, sellout, Arizona, national TV. Do you almost have to keep these guys in check on it, or worry about them maybe coming out too much, or is that all good? You want them to kind of ride as much emotion as they can?
Well, I think you got to be careful. Arizona is used to being in this situation. They've been in this situation all year. We've had our backs against the wall all year, but this is one that is a little different for us. But our guys will be okay. We got to be a little careful, but we'll be all right.
Well, we do all the senior day stuff afterwards, like usual.
Yep.
Thoughts on Arizona now that you've, in the last month, seems like they've kind of gotten used to being without Ashley, and just kind of what you've seen out of them last few times out?
Well, I think they're playing really good. Sean's done a really good job. I said that earlier. They have represented the league about as well as any team could. They've been in the top 5 all year. They've won big games. They've handled everything so good. They've just been a great representative for our league. And it's put our league in the national spotlight again, which in my 4 years we haven't been. And so we all owe Arizona something, because they've done a great job, and the rest of us are tagging along a little bit. And hopefully here at the end of the season, all of us can do something special to help the league. But Arizona has really carried the flag for the entire year.
Is this another chance for Wave to be the kind of difference maker he was Tuesday?
Well, I hope he can contribute. I don't want to put too much pressure on him, but I hope he'll contribute. And he had a fantastic game against Arizona State, and we're hoping Tarnowski with his size gives Wave a good matchup. So we're hoping Wave can give us something again.
Do they look like now, a couple weeks without Ashley, that when you've seen them the last few games, they seem to be kind of getting the rotations and a little different maybe when you saw them last time?
Yeah, you have 2 different periods when you lose somebody. Maybe like the first game or the first 2 games, you have just everybody gathered together, and somebody steps up big time because they get their opportunity. And then you have that period where you miss that guy, because the adrenaline, the rush is worn off, everybody's stepping up, and then you make the adjustments and you go from there. And I think they have made their adjustments. Gabe York is shooting the ball. I think he had 4 threes last night against Oregon State, so he's shooting it well. Everybody's picked it up a little bit, and so they've adjusted without Brandon. And Brandon's a tough guy to lose. He's versatile. He can pick and pop and spread the floor a little bit. But Gabe York and some of the guys have stepped up, and they've made the adjustments. They're playing pretty good. You hate to bury yourself or get down. It did get the crowd into the game early, which was good for us. But every game's different, every game's unique. But one thing is every game should be 40 minutes, and you guys got to play that. That's, when we were up 15-0, trying to settle everybody down, saying, hey, we got a long game here. This is just the first few minutes.
You mentioned Crow as seniors. Is he graduating and not coming
Yeah,
back?
he's graduating this
So
year.
he's not coming back?
No, he's going to graduate. He's done a good job for us, but he's going to graduate.
Nick seems like a guy that, it's tough to find a guy who will stick it out like that, kind of knowing what his role is for that long, isn't it?
Yes and no. He loves the game. He loves his teammates. So I think he's really enjoyed it. He's been everywhere with us. He established himself right away as a team guy, and I've got a soft spot for walk-ons, being a former walk-on. So he's traveled with us everywhere. He's been everywhere with us, and his feelings about his teammates and just his unselfishness is something that every team needs.
How much has he meant to the program over the last 4 years?
Nick?
Yeah.
Well, his unselfishness and coming to practice every day, and heck, that first year our numbers were so bad. He practiced a lot and was a big part of what we were doing. And as our numbers, got bigger, we didn't depend on him from day to day. But one thing we did depend upon is his enthusiasm and for the game and his unselfishness toward his teammates. The guys really respect him for everything that he does for the team. So, he's been an important part of our team for 4 years.
Mike certainly has a reputation as being a good rebounder well before he came here, but these last 3 games have been pretty startling with his rebound totals. Is there a common denominator for why? Is it better positioning?
I don't know. Just looking at the film, he's just been in the right spot at the right time. He's gone after more balls. The minutes aren't any different, nothing like that. But he's just really focused on it and really has done a good job.
Are you still seeing what you want from the guards rebounding? That was such a big theme early
No,
this season.
that still needs. We've got times when they rebound really well, but you probably asked me on the wrong day because watching that Arizona film last time we played them, I thought they could have done a much better job. So I guess I'm focused in on that. We didn't do a very good job with our guards rebounding against them last time. Anybody else? See you Saturday. You bet.